Now listen, there's a group that's touring Australia at the moment. You may not know much about them, but they are unbelievable. If you go along to their concert, I know they're going to slaughter you. They're the Electric Light Orchestra. We've got them exclusive on Countdown with El Dorado. Electric Light Orchestra.
ELO's name laid bare the band's plans for how they envisioned making music. Disc jockey Casey Kasem called them the world's first touring rock and roll chamber group. Electric Light Orchestra. Their sweeping melodies and epic song structures gave audiences rock's electric kick. The British ensemble, formed by multi-instrumentalists Roy Wood and Jeff Lynne, successfully injected classical overtones into rock songs. Their sweeping melodies and epic song structures gave audiences rock's electric kick. They were a skilled bunch of musicians, able to build complexity into tightly composed songs. From disco rhythms to electronic studio experimentation, ELO added elements like studio strings and layered vocals, expanding how rock sounded and felt. Their first single, 10538 Overture, is an homage to the Fab Four, and gave notice that ELO was interested in expanding the psychedelic blueprint first laid by their peers. Their musical influences ranged from the Beatles to Chuck Berry. Rollover Beethoven expressed Berry's pride in rhythm and blues, overtaking classical music's place in popular music. When ELO covered the hit, their inclusion of strings was both a sly nod to the song's origin story and proof that classical instruments could enhance rocking guitar licks without complicating melody or composition.
It was March of 1986 when I had my first close encounter of the ELO kind. My dad took me to a benefit concert in England called Heartbeat. On stage, the band appeared to be having as much fun as we were. And they bounced around side to side, and it reminded me of like the Star Wars Cantina band, you know, like, only with lots more hair. Smoke hung around in the air, all around them. The leader of this space band stood in the middle, singing falsetto like an angel. His eyes were hidden behind metallic shades, wielding this laser guitar. It was epic, and I wanted to be transported, beamed up. I just wanted to join their team. Starting from disc 1, track 1 of a New World record. And it starts so quietly, and I had it turn right up. And then the terrifying sound grew until my roof nearly came in. Straight into that giant orchestral arrangement with a choir and then Bev's drums and that laser guitar, and all the time punctuated with these terrifying aleatoric string spikes. You're allowed to start a record like that?
After Roy Wood's departure in 1972, Jeff Lynne became the band's sole creative force. Under his leadership, ELO reached new creative and commercial heights. Popular concept albums of the 1970s, like Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band and Pet Sounds, explored sonic experimentation, and ELO followed. The track Can't Get It Out of My Head became the group's first US top 10 hit. In later years, this track would be covered by bands including Velvet Revolver, Fountains of Wayne, and by soloist John Paul White.
Midnight on the water.
I think anytime that I pick covers, I try to find songs that are just really brilliant lyrically and melodically without all the production, and try to showcase those songs so that people can see, without all the bells and whistles, oh, this is an amazing song, this is an amazing songwriter, and try to reimagine it in that way so that it strips all those conventions away.
And I can't get it out of my head.
ELO disbanded in 1986. Lynne would go on to join other inductees Bob Dylan, Tom Petty, Roy Orbison, and George Harrison in the supergroup The Traveling Wilburys.
Everybody got somebody to lean on.
In the 2 years the band recorded together, they produced 2 albums, Volume 1 and 3. After the group ceased recording, Lynne has oscillated between producing songs and touring with Tandy and others under the moniker Jeff Lynne's ELO. Lynne's knack for unique pop rock and from singers such as Regina Spektor.
I never loved nobody fully.
Futuristic electronic rockers Daft Punk's album Discovery is a departure from ELO's own 1979 album, but is a sonic tribute and mirrors the fascination with space travel. ELO succeeded in reintroducing classical elements into rock without compromising melody or composition.
In the sky, there ain't a cloud in sight. It stopped raining, everybody's in a play. And don't you know, it's a beautiful new day. Hey.
Their drum loops and soaring vocals brighten the classic rock landscape with theatrical elements notable to ELO's musical DNA.